Marbles. Late night marbles. By sheer chance, I happen to drop my sensor bar in a place that lets it actually be used. So let's see if we can use our sensor bar. I've actually put it to the right of it. There must be like some kind of infrared light coming off my computer that it's using. If you're not familiar with how the Wii Remote sensor bar, quote unquote, actually works, I recommend you look into it. It's actually pretty interesting. And it's not even a sensor at all, it's just a couple infrared lights. You can legitimately just use a couple candles instead if you want. At one point, I was able to use an open window. Sorry, window froze. It's interesting how it works. Anyways, we're at the stump temple again. Finally. Up until now, every time I thought I was getting kind of far in the game, I would stop and think to myself, well, we're not really that far in the game. We're not there in the real stuff yet. Now we're at the real stuff. I don't think there's any denying that. This is the final normal set of levels. After this comes the... Wait, how do I know where I sit here? Wait, I realize this might sound weird. I legitimately have forgotten what my usual posture is for holding a remote. It's kind of weird. I don't... Like, all of a sudden this feels so... alien. Oh, I usually... That's how I do it. I was holding the remote with one hand, which felt very strange. Usually I hold it with both hands, I believe, is how I do this. Don't know why I forgot that. Also, speaking of forgetting... Oh, be careful not to forget that ant here. Where are you, ant? Where is the ant? There's not much to be seen here, it looks like. Oh, the ant's just off to the side there. Okay. So it looks like our mission here is to become small. Jeez. And then from there we can do something? Instead of just looking at the map, in the spirit of adventure, I'll actually just... Let things happen the crazy way. Oh, that's what's happening there. I'm not big. I need to be big to go through that. We need to run the whole gamut of sizes in this level, it looks like. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's weird. It's seriously like I've just like forgotten how to hold a remote. I think part of it is that I'm sitting in a slightly different way than usual. Hello. There you go. Was I not expected to come over here this way? I'm gonna look at that because I'm kind of confused. Okay, so I can become big or small after this. Well, I don't want to be small yet. Oops. What I said still holds. I don't want to be small yet because I can't complete the level yet since I don't have the gems. Okay. So instead, let's do this. Yeah. There we go. Big chunky rails. Am I misunderstanding something here? No? That's an unbeginning chamber there. That was exactly what I was supposed to do. I know I'm going the right way because the checkpoint arrow was pointing this way. Oh, I hate doing this. Starting rails that are so... like that. Man, I guess it's not a problem if I overshoot a little bit, because it's actually... Whoops. Because it's actually expected. There's something wrong about the way I'm sitting. 1 second here. Is this how I do it? With my hands under the table? Maybe that's how I usually do this? I think that's it. But I need to actually have a little speed here anyways. As you can see just then. Not that much speed. Ugh. You guys saw earlier how much trouble the range this can give me. in one of the desert levels, I think. Jeez. It's a little crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I think I remembered how to sit. It's weird how I managed to forget something like that, but... See, look, this part works if this thing is pushing against you, but not otherwise. There we go. Beautiful. Checkpoints. So do you actually have to come over here and then go back a second time? I didn't do things like in a weird out of order way, did I? No, because you have to use that little chamber there. Man, see, this is the cool, weird out of order stuff that I was hoping, or the weird creative stuff, I guess you might say, that I was hoping to see from the devs in these horror levels. I'm not disappointed. Okay, question now is how the heck do I do this and survive? Thank you. For some reason I thought the ant itself wouldn't be on a moving platform. Okay. I mean, it wasn't trivial, but nothing too bad. Do you usually unlock the levels only one at a time? I feel like you usually unlock sets of levels at a time. Maybe the Stump Temple is special in that sense. We're unlocking the last of the special levels too, though. I mentioned we'll unlock a few more of those by actually playing the special levels, though. Ant is... okay. A secret spot up there. I didn't quite catch how this works. Well, I can't go upside down. Actually, interestingly, when my controller disconnected that one time from the battery running out when I was in space, it seemed like the controller actually got stuck in the, like, perfectly upside down position. The compass didn't look like it was perfectly upside down, but the... jeez. But the way it was falling made it look like it was actually perfectly upside down. Do I recognize this song? I actually feel like I don't recognize the song. In all seriousness. I was suspicious if there were a few songs I'd never heard of in this game, because I've ripped this game's soundtrack and I couldn't actually recognize all the music in it. Oh jeez, I cannot see that coming there. I'm rolling backwards. Man, that was rough. So the ant is to my bottom left here, but I can't access it from here. There are a few tracks I didn't recognize though, so I never actually got around to like naming the files of all the rips I made. I do not want to fall and lose this checkpoint that I've earned here. There we go. This might be one of those songs, I guess. I mean, this is the gimmick here, isn't it? Whoa. Oh man, that last one there is exacting. Yeah, I remember there's one song here, it's called something like, I don't know, it was like Thirst for Power or something really dramatic like that. I know your game. Except for levels I haven't played yet, at least. No checkpoints? Jeez. Oh. Okay. Ah, really? Jeez. Little things. Little things. And you would think that this would feel kind of unwieldy with a marble, like, like this one that's like rated as being like super hard to control and whatnot, but no, like I feel super comfortable making these small adjustments. These small adjustments actually probably be a lot harder with a less movement inclined marble, like a panda, honestly. I hope I don't have to like sync up these platforms or anything. Ah, that one little bump. For some reason that specific angle moving towards the camera makes it hard for me to handle that. Yeah, like I can make small movements like this and the marble will actually move. Which isn't the case with other marbles. That are more, I don't know, steady. Look how smooth that is. Okay. No obstacles here. We need to not fall right here. Oh, that's so hard. Now something else that'll kill me, I imagine? Hello? Oh, I actually need to go through quickly. Whoops. Got in for that would be the case. I kind of half suspected it was a case of me having to move across there quickly, but for some... The orange line made me think that the platform that I was on afterwards would actually move. Which I was wrong about, evidently. Careful there. Yeah, though, so... If this is actually... So, I know one of two things, really. Either there's unused music in the game, a lot of it, or... I'm hearing a couple new tracks in the game, although the question then is why I haven't heard any new tracks until just now. Because I didn't hear any new tracks. I heard a bunch of tracks I recognized in the other areas. But why am I just now here hearing a track that I think I don't recognize? That is rough. And do I have to dodge stuff after that? Man. Or as I start talking about this marble being easier to control. But really, as silly as it might sound, being able to just make small adjustments in the position of your controller and actually have the marble move in response is exactly what you need right here. And it's something that lots of marbles in this game don't have. Yeah, this is gonna be really rough. Especially since I have to move up a hill. Wow, this might be one of those ones that takes me a little while, I admit. I don't know, I don't think I'm sitting the way I usually sit, even now. Like, in terms of holding the controller, yeah. In terms of, like, actual posture, my back's starting to hurt. That doesn't usually happen when I'm recording this. How do I just, like, forget how to sit? I guess it's like a millipede dilemma type of thing, where you just stop thinking about it, once you do think about it, you don't know how to do it anymore. Yeah, I'm trying to slow myself down so I can like be careful about moving onto that platform, but if I do that, it doesn't work. Also, I just now realized, I think, is this the same platform on both sides? No, I don't think. Is it? No, I don't think it is. Maybe? The same platform that I ride back and forth after inverting the... I think it is. That's really creative. I ride the same platform back and forth after inverting the stage. Yeah, that is what I do. That's really cool. Even just getting to see the levels in their own right is worth playing this higher difficulty, I think. Because they do cool things like this. And also really darn difficult things like this. As you can see. It's gonna be awkward too once I land on the platform, because I'm gonna be moving on a platform that's... I'm gonna be landing on a platform that's moving. And relative to me, it shouldn't really be moving, so well, yeah, it's gonna be hard catching myself so that I don't suddenly... So I don't overshoot the platform. That's the tricky part about this. Why do I have trouble with this now? But it's one of those things I talked about at the very beginning of this playthrough. What I think is trickiest in this game, it's not precise movement, it's fast, precise movement. I can't... Which is what we're doing here, although for some reason I can't do it the way I was doing it before. Don't know why. Calm down. Because the way momentum works in this game, if you move from one platform to another, when the two platforms are moving relative to each other, it's like... And you don't like spin out or anything. Yeah, you'll keep rolling as if the new platform wasn't moving, kind of, to say. It's easiest to demonstrate right here, actually, after this section. Really? I guess I'm just getting too comfortable with the hitboxes of these things. But right here, see, I'm moving to the left, but once I get on the stationary platform, I don't move forwards at all anymore. Which is a bit awkward. So similarly here, once I move onto the platform, any momentum I have forwards, it's still going to be moving me forwards relative to the platform that I'm landing on. Also, how do I get to that ant? Because I need to make sure that I don't have to redo this level. Is the finish? Yeah, okay, so it's just right before the finish. No problem. As long as I don't forget or anything. That should be a shame indeed. Oh. Although at this point I should be worried about not making this episode go on too much longer. I mean, all I have to do is get past this one section. All that's left, I think, is making this one little drop back onto the platform. And then as long as I can stay centered, I think that the last obstacle is just me being in the middle of this platform, which shouldn't be a problem. I have to slow down, but I need to be fast to land on this moving platform. To keep up with it. And I'm moving up a hill, which causes even more potential issues of like having to speed up to get over the hill, and then having to slow down to not shoot over the top of the hill, and then having to slow down again to not overshoot the platform I'm trying to land on. And there's a lot going on here. Sure as I haven't fallen off on this part yet. Getting really comfortable with it. In both good and bad ways. Maybe this song isn't new, I don't know. I think this is the first time this whole time that I thought I've heard a new song. I was kind of trying to slow down there, but I just didn't manage to do it. So maybe this isn't actually new. I mean, I haven't spent that much time with Stump Nipple. I just remember there being the one song I thought had an interesting name. Which I think is the third song that plays on Stump Nipple. So we should hear it a couple levels out from now. Ah. I think I'd be pretty comfortable with this part now. Really? Like, I was really far on the side there. This part, I guess, is pretty demanding. Still, after having done it so many times, you'd think I'd be more comfortable with it. Okay. One more time. Ah, I cannot get into that happy medium of ending slow and starting fast. There are a couple times where I thought I might get it, but I still ended up going too fast. That was an rest and recovery. Ah, like you really have to. Like I'm not even paying that much attention to the actual shapes of these spikes anymore. Because like the physical spikes that jut off of them don't even... Those aren't the collisions. The collisions I think are actually the cylinders themselves or something like that. At the very least, I don't have to feel bad about having a hard time in the end game like this. Like, this is actually the hardest of what this game has to offer. And it is a legitimately tough game, I think. Towards the end. I don't think having difficulty on the normal levels is anything to be ashamed of. I need to stop more aggressively. Let alone these ones. It is unfortunate that it takes so much time between attempts too. If I had a checkpoint right before that part that I keep messing up on that I haven't gotten past yet, that'd be one thing, but I have to get past this part every single time, which still gives me trouble for some reason. Ooh. If there, I don't think I've fallen off in that corner yet, but I'm waiting until I do. So I feel like it's bound to happen soon. Yeah, so I didn't start slowing down enough, but my strategy now is basically to try to stop really hard once I get onto the platform. But I need to actually get onto the platform first for that to work. Yeah. But that means starting out kind of fast. I need to go faster and not overshoot the platform. It feels like I should start out really fast. Because the situation I got into just then was that, not fast enough, was that I was too slow and then I had to speed up to catch the platform. I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to land slowly on the platform. That means taking this part fast. A couple things happened. One, I didn't think I made it. And two, my controller hit my leg. That was the closest I've gotten by a decent margin. I didn't see this game would be an exercise in patience. But see, the thing is now, I'm not really thinking of like giving up or anything, because even though I'm taking longer than I'd like to on this, like, I still feel confident that I can do it. That was my concern, that if I stopped too hard, I would end up overcorrecting in some way or another, and I did exactly that. Man. I feel like it's gonna be an accomplishment on the viewer's end as well to finish watching this playthrough. Haha! Steady hand. Keep your cool. No. I'd like to not at any point fall off on there, although I've come dangerously close, as you can see. There we go. There we go. That was the slow that I needed. Okay, careful here. Here's what we have here. Is a failure to remember which side this ant is on. The eternal challenge of moving perfectly sideways. You know, the platform is actually fairly thick here. I can't see the platform. But don't worry, we have plenty of experience. Probably like almost an hour's experience at least now, moving perfectly sideways. Like, we had plenty of room to spare there. We can do it. It's always possible. There we go. Alright, thanks for sticking through this with me, even though you probably skipped like half the video anyways. Stump Double 5. I'll see you next time in Stump Double 5 then. Bye everyone.